Arsenal Fan TV for the Match Predictor show here in association with Sport Lobster. First of all, I've got to say congratulations to Josh Goddard, who won the competition last week. T-shirt's going to be on its way to you. My cameraman came sixth, taking all my tips, came sixth, and you know what? He would have won it if he would have listened to me. I said to him, there was the Monday game, and he was coming at that stage, he was coming fifth in the table. And I said to him, I go, the only way you're going to win this thing, you've got to go against the grain. Go for a West Brom win. And what did he do? He stuck with Chelsea winning. And what happened? West Brom won. See? If you'd have listened to me, you'd have won it. You don't want to listen to me, do you? Right. Let's get into this week's. It's very, very difficult this week to predict the scores because, of course, this is the last weekend of predictions because this is the last weekend of games, and it's unbelievable how quickly the season's just disappeared, but this is it. This is the last weekend of Premier League games for the season 2014-15. So let's run through some of the games and see if we can predict them. And again, it's so hard on this week because you don't know what teams are going to do. There's so many teams. I mean, everything's settled, isn't it? That Chelsea won the league. The top four is more or less settled, you know, all right, mathematically, I suppose if there was a 7-goal swing, Manchester United could get into third place, but the likelihood of that happens very slim. At the bottom end of the table, we know 2 of the teams that are relegated. So it's really, there's a lot of what you call dead games that don't really mean much in the last weeks. But let's run through them and see if we can predict the scores. Aston Villa versus Burnley. Straight away, a dead game. Villa probably going to rest a load of players with the FA Cup final against Arsenal in mind next weekend. Burnley, already relegated. Might try out a few players that haven't had a chance to play this season. Who's going to win that? I'm going to go for a Burnley win in that one, because I just feel that Burnley, they're going to want to go out on a high, and Aston Villa are going to rest a lot of players. I doubt players like Benteke and that will play. So I'll go for a Burnley win in that game. Chelsea versus Sunderland. Again, Sunderland safe for that draw against us, so the panic's gone from them. They don't have to go all out to try and get a result from that Chelsea game. Chelsea have already won the title. They're kind of on the beach. They're going to be lifting the Premier League trophy on the day, celebrating, so they'll want to go out with a win, Chelsea. They're strong at home. I'm going for Chelsea in that game. Crystal Palace versus Swansea City. Crystal Palace, again, they've been quite decent at home this season. Probably better on the road, actually. Swansea City, we saw when they came up against us, they can defend pretty well. Have had a decent season, will want to finish quite high in the league. I think in that one, I'm going to go for Swansea. I'm going to go for Swansea to win that one because Swansea want to get like their highest ever position in the league. So I'll go for Swansea in that one. Everton against Tottenham Hotspur. Tottenham have been on the beach for weeks. I'm going to go for Everton in that one. Hull City versus Manchester United. Right, a game that does mean something. Hull City have to win this game or they're relegated. Simple as that. A draw, they're down, they have to win. Steve Bruce up against Manchester United, the team he used to play for. Man United possibly could still get into third place if there was a 7-goal swing. Probably won't be going for it. They've more or less settled for 4th place. Can Hull City get a win over Manchester United? I think that's going to be a draw. I think it's going to be a draw. Sadly, I think the Hull are going to be gone. Leicester City versus Queen's Park Rangers. Queen's Park Rangers have been shocking on the road all season and will continue to be shocking on the road. Leicester City winning there. Manchester City versus Southampton. I'm going for a Man City win there, even though Southampton will be one of these teams trying to finish as high up the table as they possibly can with a win, but I'm going to go for Man City. Newcastle versus West Ham. If Newcastle lose this and a Hull win their game, Newcastle are down. And they're playing West Ham. Sam Allardyce, of course, who used to be Newcastle manager and was kind of hounded out. There'll be no love lost there. But I think Newcastle will get a draw in this one. So I'm going to go for a draw in that game. And Newcastle staying up just. They don't really deserve it, but they're just about to stay up. Stoke City versus Liverpool. Again, another one of them games where not much riding on it. I'm going to go for Stoke. They're very strong at home. Liverpool, the wheels have fallen off. I don't think Raheem Sterling will be playing in that game somehow. Right, so I'm going to go for Stoke winning that one. And finally, our game, Arsenal versus West Brom. We've been shocking the past few weeks. We haven't scored a goal. Even the goal that we scored against Man United, that was deflected. 3 home games without a goal. I think we'll change that this weekend. Even though we make a lot of changes, even though we'll probably hold back some players for the FA Cup final, I'm going to go for an Arsenal victory in that game. So Arsenal winning over West Brom. And those are my match predictions for this weekend and the season 2014-15. And if you follow my predictions, you could be right up that table, he says. All right, so I want to thank Sport Lobster for sponsoring this show throughout the, well, no, it hasn't been throughout the whole summer, but I've been doing it for the past couple of months. It's been really great fun doing this. Of course, it's free to play. If you haven't already signed up, make sure you get onto the app. The links are below. Jump onto the links and you can predict away for free of charge. Thanks for watching the show. And here's for a big win for Arsenal this weekend. Does Theo have to start for you?
Theo Walcott! Bring him on from the start! What are you playing at? Ferrari. The man's a Ferrari! Testarossa! The old school one, you're the one in Miami Vice! He's a Ferrari, man! You can't leave the Ferrari in the garage!